We welcome you back here on TableRockSports.net. South Medford out in front, 3-0 over South Eugene. Apologize for the technical difficulties that we were having there. Game stream up, though, here on the correct page for you guys. Going to recap the scoring so far for South Medford. Keegan Painter bunted in the first on a steal and bunt there for South Medford. And an error by the pitcher, Rodman, allowed Painter to advance to second base, and Douglas scored for South Medford on the error. Brad Love doubled on a line drive to right field. He was able to score Rodin and Keegan Painter. Put the Panthers up 3-0 as Malari walks the leadoff batter here in the top of the second inning. Pitcher Andrew Rodman. And so a courtesy runner coming in for the pitcher here for South Eugene. So South Eugene now with a leadoff runner on base here in the top of the second inning as Malari delivers the first pitch there to Jonah Alexander for a ball. Wind blowing in a little bit harder now. Out of left field, blowing straight towards home plate. It's shifted from left field to right field and back to left to home. Kind of a varying wind. And Malari delivers that one for a ball. And that one going to be hit, and it gets through the gap in between third and short. McQuillan and Love trying to come together to make a play. It's able to sneak through, and the Axe have their first two batters aboard here in the top of the second inning. Malari, with that pitch there to Alexander, now has thrown 23 pitches through one inning. And the Axe trying to battle back into this ball game as South Medford jumped out in front to an early 3-0 lead. And Malari delivers a strike. Oh, you did? Donlin, the batter now for the Axe, has himself a 1-1 count. Panthers looking for a ground ball, double play here, or something up in the air. That one just missing on the outside corner. The count now 2-1 as Malari comes set. Rodin over there at first playing in front of the bag. And that one going to be inside for ball three. 3-1 now to the count as Douglas is going to come out and have a chat with Malari. Kind of just give him a second, settle him down. have him come back and find the plate. The 3-1 from Malari, a swing and a miss by Donlin. And now the count is full. 3-2. So full count, runners on first and second. Rodman at second, Alexander over at first. The 3-2 pitch from Malari. Ground ball, high bouncer to the shortstop. No play at second. And it's going to be an error on Brad Love. And the Axe, with nobody out here in the top of the second inning, now have the bases loaded. And it'll bring to the plate number 9, Charlie Chuck Binstadt, playing right field this afternoon for South Eugene. And Coach Josh Moody going to call time and come out and have a talk with his pitcher. Tells the infield to stay put. And the chat now over for Moody and Malari and his catcher Douglas. No balls, no strikes. Bases loaded for South Eugene. Binstadt at the plate. The first pitch down and away for a ball. So Malari struggling to find the strike zone a little bit here in the top half of the second inning after a quick 1-2-3, 2-strikeout inning in the top of the first. And swinging through that one is Binstadt for a strike. And the count now even 1-1. Malari working with a quick pace here in the second inning, trying to find a little bit of a rhythm. And another one on the inside part of the plate. Binstadt again swings through it. And Malari ahead 1-2. Like to get a strikeout here and then possibly a ground ball double play to end the inning and get out of this jam as Malari blows it by for the strikeout, his third of the ball game, and the Panthers got one away. And now time for a double play ball. That would be ideal as Gabe Garcia steps into the batter's box. And the first pitch to Garcia is inside, ball 1. And a foul ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Malari. High fly ball into shallow left field. It'll be caught. The throw to the plate. It's going to be in time. A great throw from Lewis out in left field. Guns down the runner. Rodman trying to score. I don't have it set up yet. And the Panthers get out of a jam there. South Eugene had the bases loaded with nobody out. Malari gets a strikeout. And then a high fly ball out into left field to Jake Lewis. And he guns down the runner, Rodman, trying to score. And the Panthers leave South Eugene off the board here in the top of the second inning. And now South Medford going to come back to the plate in the bottom half. They lead it 3-0. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TibleRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for
30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning
Welcome back. Lithia Superstore game of the day here on Table Rock Sports. Our spring sports action brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot or at lithiasuperstore.com, and by Rogue Credit Union, with locations throughout Southern Oregon to serve you and all of your needs.
Hey, I missed your call. I think did I get that white in there? I did. Okay.
The 0-1 pitch to McQuillan here to lead off the the bottom of the second inning in for a ball. And the next one, a ball as well. So 2-0 from Roadman to start the bottom of the second inning. McQuillan now ahead. Has a pitcher's count here. Can look for something good to drive. And he gets the pitch he wanted, but swings through it, and the count now 2-1. Roadman, after that one, has thrown 21 pitches here through 1 inning. Pitch number 22, and it's going to be a foul ball by McQuillan. So the count now even, 2-2. Roadman battling back into this at-bat here. 4 hits in the ball game for South Medford, 1 for South Eugene. Roadman out of the windup. The 2-2 pitch, and it is high over the top of the head of McQuillan as he ducks underneath it, and the count now full. Roadman out of the windup, 3-2. The pitch, and a foul ball. So the count will stay full. It is a beautiful day for baseball here in the Rogue Valley. The weather's only going to get nicer over the next few days. Going to see temperatures up into the mid-80s coming our way as McQuillan looks at that one well inside for ball 4, and the leadoff batter aboard for the Panthers here in the bottom of the second. Now out of the stretch is Roadman. Throws over to first. The ball gets away. McQuillan pops up quickly and heads on over to second base on the air. And coach going to come out and have a talk with his pitcher, Roadman. South Medford has their leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second in scoring position. Now at the plate is Cooper Mitchell. The first pitch to Mitchell, swing and a line drive into left field. They'll hold the runner McQuillan over at third, and a single from Mitchell has the Panthers with runners on the corners and nobody out. Now coming to the plate will be the leadoff batter, Easton Douglas.
Baseball question. I follow the ball more than I do the score and run, right? On the hits.
Ball and then back. So Douglas now coming to the plate, 1 for 1 in the ball game. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a ball. One and 0 now to Douglas. Shows bunt, pulls it back again, sees a strike, and a steal for Cooper Mitchell. Mitchell sliding in safely to second base, and now the Panthers with 2 runners on in scoring position. It's McQuillan at third, Mitchell at second, and now I can only assume with a 2 runners on, he's going to be swinging away, and he is. Bunt no longer on. Sends it into the opposite field for the left-handed batter out into left field. And the single will score 1 for Douglas. And again, the Panthers with the runners on the corners, and they now got a 4-0 lead. As McQuillan comes home. And now the second baseman, Keegan Painter, going to come to the plate. Keegan Painter 0 for 1 with a run. Lays down a bunt. The ball bounces into the hands of Rodman and out. And another error by South Eugene. And Painter is on. And Mitchell scores for South Medford. So now first and second for South Medford. And they've got a 5-0 lead. It'll be Painter over at first. Douglas advances to second. And now coming to the plate for South Medford, it's going to be the left-handed hitting Tristan Malari, today's pitcher for the Panthers. Malari shows bunt, the ball down into the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Bush. Keeps it in front, throw to first, not going to be in time. The runner will advance on over to third base on the throw, Douglas. And again, runners on the corners for the Panthers. Just not heads-up baseball there by South Eugene. As the catcher, Bush, you got to just hold on to that ball. You're never throwing at the runners that are behind your lead runner there, because as soon as that ball goes, he's taken off for third base just like he did. Now Douglas at third, Painter at first. Here's the pitch. And a strike, cut off by the pitcher, and a steal for Painter. So now second and third, nobody out for South Medford. The count, 1-1. Malari looks at that one down for ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Douglas checks on second, now to the plate. Inside for a ball, and the count 3-1. Malari ahead in the count here. Can look for something good. A chance to pick up a couple of RBIs if he can get it out into the outfield here. The 3-1 pitch, and it's inside. Nope. I'm going to say it caught the inside part of the plate for a strike. So the count now full for Tristan Malari. Rodman comes set, delivers the pitch, swinging a high bouncing ball, and another error by Rodman. The run to the plate is going to be thrown out. So 1 out now for the Panthers. Runners on first and second. McQuillan appeared to, or excuse me, Douglas looked like he got hurt trying to come home there. Hopefully everything will be all right. And the first pitch in for a strike now to Evan Roden. Runners go. Throw down to third. Not going to be in time, and a double steal for the Panthers to put two runners back into scoring position. So Malari will head on down to second. Painter to third. A 1-1 count to Evan Roden. That one going to be outside for ball two. Roden walked in the first. And sees the ball outside there. And the count now 3-1. Rodman comes set, delivers the 3-1 pitch, swung on and driven out into center field. It's going to be caught. One run will score. Painter crossing home plate. Malari heading on over to third. A good hard hit ball there by Roden, but into the deepest part of the park there. And the Panthers now with a 6-0 lead. And a runner on third. Malari over at third, and Brad Love coming to the plate. Love 1 for 1 in the ball game. And Love going to get hit by the pitch. So for the third time in this inning, the Panthers have runners on the corners. And now Jake Lewis going to step into the batter's box. Lewis looks at the first pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Panthers scored 3 in the first. They've scored 3 here in the second. Runner goes, ball in the dirt. Steal for Brad Love. So now if Lewis can get a hold of something here, he's got 2 runners in scoring position. And that one high for ball 3. Swing and a foul ball by Lewis. A 3-2 pitch. As Rodman comes set and now delivers, swung on. Bouncing ground ball to the third baseman. The throw to first is in time, and that'll do it for the bottom of the second inning. The Panthers leave 2 runners stranded, but they score 3 more, and they now are out in front 6-0 over the visiting South Eugene Axe. Step away for a moment. We'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net with more South Medford Panthers baseball right after this.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherm's, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherm's, Food for Less, and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back, Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net. Panthers score 3 in the first, 3 in the second. They lead it 6-0. Folks, Table Rock Sports is able to bring you spring sports coverage thanks to our great sponsors, including our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, scoreboard sponsors for Table Rock Sports. And also, before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Bros gives back to the communities they serve in support of kids and local efforts to help others. That is Dutch Bros. As we come back to you live here in the top half of the third inning, Oliver Trent comes to the plate now for South Eugene. And he's got a 2-0 count. Malari, after that pitch, through 2 innings, has thrown 37 pitches. And that one, a ball. Those last 2 pitches both looked pretty darn good, but just missing. And that one a strike, 3-1 now the count. The 3-1, swing and a miss, and the count now full as Malari battles back into this at-bat. The 3-2, and Trent going to swing through that one, and he goes down. Malari fell behind 3-0 in the at-bat to Oliver Trent, but battles back and gets the strikeout, and we got one away here in the top of the third. Now stepping into the batter's box, the leadoff hitter, Gavin Bush. Bush 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the ball game. Swings through the first pitch there for a strike. And hits that one up and out of play, out into the parking lot. And Malari quickly ahead 0-2. The 0-2 pitch down and inside for a ball. Two now as Malari delivers that one for a ball as well. And the count now full. So opposite direction this time from Malari. He fell behind 3-0 in the last at-bat. Battled back for the strikeout. Got ahead 0-2. Now the count full and a swinging hard hit foul ball by Gavin Bush. And the count stays full. The 3-2 pitch in for a ball. So that's going to put Gavin Bush on over there at first base. And swinging at the first pitch there. It's caught by the right fielder, Cooper Mitchell. And we got one away. Now coming to the plate is Gino Humphrey. Humphrey 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out in the first inning. Hits this one back up the middle. Painter not able to quite get there. And South Eugene will have runners on first and second. Good piece of hitting there by Gino Humphrey, putting it back up the middle. And so now the pitcher, Andrew Rodman, comes to the plate. Chance to get the axe on the board here. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off into the backstop. And fouls another one off, this time into the net. And Malari quickly ahead 0-2 after that last pitch. He has now thrown 53 pitches through 2 2/3 innings. And another foul ball. The count remains 0-2 to Andrew Rodman. Malari comes set. Delivers the 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Rodman goes down. And that'll do it for the top of the third. We head to the bottom half of the inning. South Medford coming back to the plate. They lead it 6-0 over the visiting South Eugene Axe. Back right after this on Table Rock Sports with more South Medford Panthers baseball right after this.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abby's.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at
We welcome you back, Lithia Superstore Game of the Day here on TableRockSports.net. The Panthers leading South Eugene 6-0 as the Axe leave 2 runners stranded in the top of the 3rd inning. The Panthers come to the plate here in the bottom half. Thanks to Roy World State Farm Insurance and the Brits Carpet One for supporting our live streams, and for over 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the industry leader and the clear choice here in Southern Oregon. Leading things off for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 3rd inning is Owen Levens. Swinging at that one, ground ball to the shortstop. He bobbles it on a weird last-second hop, and Levens going to be safe at first. Another error for South Eugene. The error is plaguing the Axe here in this ball game. Their 9th already. Now at the plate is McQuillan. Walk and a hit by a pitch in the ball game. Swings at that one and fouls it off into the backstop. The count now 1-1. And Rodman almost hits McQuillan with that one there. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. Rodman still in on the bump for South Eugene. Checks on the runner Levens over there at first. And a hard hit ball. It's going to get knocked down by the shortstop, Trent. Able to keep it in the infield. And it'll be a base hit for McQuillan. So the Panthers get their first 2 runners aboard here in the bottom of the 3rd. And it'll bring to the plate Cooper Mitchell. First pitch to Mitchell in for a strike. Mitchell shows bunt, lays it down. It's a beautiful bunt by Mitchell. Throw to first is going to get away. 1 run will score. Coach Moody waving around the next. The throw to the plate not going to be in time. And Mitchell going to get all the way down to 3rd base on the air for the Panthers, and they score 2 more. So now South Medford out in front 8-0. A beautiful bunt by Cooper Mitchell. It would have been a close play if the throw was good over there at first base. Mitchell was hustling down the line. And that'll be the 10th error of the ball game by South Eugene. And nobody out here in the 3rd. That one missing outside for a ball. Count now 1-1. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Swing and a fly ball going to get out of play and foul down the left field line for Douglas. Douglas is 2 for 2 in this ball game. Looking to make it 3 for 3 here with a runner on third and a chance to extend the Panther lead. And the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 outside, ball 4. And again, for the 5th time in 2 innings, the Panthers have runners on the corners. And Rodman's day is going to be done as Coach Simmons comes out and grabs the ball from him. We'll wait to see who comes to the mound for South Eugene. Did not see. No.
I'll dial in, see if I can get him.
So pitching change for South Eugene as they trail South Medford.
Yes, sir.
Yep, Gabe Garcia coming to the mound for South Eugene. Folks, today's game brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance of Medford and Grants Pass, who can help with personal or business policies. An independent agency that is Hart Insurance. And folks, Medford, it is your sports ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find what's going on. Now coming to the plate for South Medford will be Keegan Painter. Runners on the corners. Painter swinging at the first pitch. Hits it to the second baseman who tosses it to the shortstop who steps on second base for the out. But on the hit, Keegan Painter will pick up an RBI, and that'll make it 9-0. Throw over to first. Just checking on Painter there. He's back safely. That one just misses to Malari. Malari swinging there. Ground ball to the first baseman. And that'll do it. Double play gets South Eugene out of the inning, but the Panthers tack on 3 more. 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third. And it's South Medford 9, South Eugene 0. You're listening to Panther Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Back right after this.
With expert advice and an amazing selection of flooring, it's easy to see yourself enjoying your perfect floors.
Whoa.
That, my friend, was the one effect.
Can she go?
Experience the One Effect at the Power of Savings Floor event for up to 50% off or 0 interest for 18 months. Only at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We welcome you back. Lithia Superstore game of the day on Table Rock Sports. Swinging at the first pitch, it's driven out into center field, and it is caught by Owen Levins as Alexander drives that one. A good piece of hitting by Alexander. Levins didn't get the best read on the ball out there in center, but jumping up, making the grab nonetheless. And there's one away. Malari, 56 pitches now through 3 1/3. Looking for a quick inning here in the 4th. That one outside for ball 2. Donlin, the hitter for South Eugene. And Malari delivers a strike. 2-1 now the count. Soft chopping ground ball. Malari not able to pick it up. And Donlin going to be safe at first. So now Binstat at the plate, swinging at the first pitch, and he swings through it. Next offering from Malari inside. And then Binstat going to foul that one off into the backstop. Malari ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Up and away. Count now even, 2-2. Started this ball game at 55 degrees. Now 58. And still only a couple clouds in the sky here at Harry and David Field as the count now full. Malari comes set Delivers the 3-2 pitch. Strike three. And we got 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Now at the plate will be Gabe Garcia. Started the day at third base. Now pitching for the Axe. As Malari now throws his 67th pitch of the ball game. And it's in there for a ball. And a high pop fly here. It'll stay in play. The catcher getting called off by Roden. Roden makes the grab. And that'll do it in the top of the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. South Eugene leaves 1 runner stranded. Or excuse me, bottom of the 4th coming your way. As South Eugene leaves 1 runner stranded. The Panthers with 3 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. They lead it 9-0. You're listening to South Medford Baseball on TableRockSports.net. Back right after this. We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net. Evan Roden, the first baseman for South Medford, comes to the plate to lead things off. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game, but he drives this one out into the gap into right center. But making chase is Van Ryzen, and he rises to the occasion to track that one down and makes the grab. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Panthers lead it 9-0. They only need 1 run here in the bottom half of the inning, and then a shutdown inning in the top half of the 5th, and that would do it for this ball game as Brad Love steps into the batter's box for South Medford. And Love looks at that one for a strike. The count now 1-1. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Love looks at that one outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Now for the shortstop, Brad Love. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. And looks at a breaking ball for a strike there. Three-two. Here's the pitch, and Love going to foul it off and out of play. Garcia delivers the 3-2 pitch. Love sits on the breaking ball. Driven out into left field, and it'll be caught by Gino Humphrey, and we got 2 away. And now Jake Lewis comes to the plate with 2 outs. And he drives one. It's caught. Snow coned by the shortstop, Oliver Trent. He makes a heck of a grab over there. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. A quick inning for South Eugene. They needed that one. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Panthers 9, South Eugene 0. Back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net. Oliver Trent, who just made a great grab at shortstop for South Eugene, comes to the plate. And he's quickly behind 0-2. And he swings through the 0-2 pitch for strike 3. Malari with a quick at bat there to Trent has now thrown 71 pitches through 4 1/3. Gavin Bush, the leadoff hitter for South Eugene, at the plate now. Fouls off the first pitch out of play. And looks at that one for a ball. The count now even 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Malari. Down and in for ball 2. Up and away for ball 3. Bush 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swings at the 3-1 pitch and fouls it off. down the third baseline. And the count now full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, and it's up and away for ball 4. So Bush, with his second walk of the ball game, heads on down to first base. And we'll bring it to the plate, the center fielder, Brendan Van Ryzen. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. And that one on the inside part of the plate. So Malari quickly ahead, 0-2. The 0-2 goes to first base. They're going to get the runner in a pickle, Bush. And they get him. He's thrown out. And we got 2 away. A great job by Malari there on the pickoff move. And Bush is thrown out. This next pitch will be the 80th pitch of the ball game for Tristan Malari. And it's popped up and out of play. The 0-2, swing and a miss as Van Ryzen swings through that one. And that'll do it. Another scoreless inning by South Medford. The Axe leave no runners stranded. And the score remains 9-0 Panthers. You're listening to South Medford Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We welcome you back, Lithia Superstore game of the day here on TableRockSports.net. Panthers coming to plate here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It'll be Keegan Painter leading things off for South Medford. Or excuse me, it'll be Owen Levins coming to the plate to lead things off. The Panthers just need 1 run to enact the mercy rule here. They lead by 9. Tristan Malari has done a great job on the mound this afternoon for South Medford. Through 5 innings, he's only given up 3 hits, no runs, on 8 strikeouts, and 3 walks on a total of 81 pitches. As Levins looks at ball 1, and he's now ahead in the count, 2-0. keeps it as it goes. So I can go here, here. Keeps everything. It's mine. 3-1 now the count to Levens. And he fouls off the 3-1 pitch into the net. And the count now full, 3-2. Yeah. 3-2 to Owen Levens. And a hard hit ball to the third baseman on a one hopper. The throw to first in time, and that'll do it. One away. Grady McQuillan now into the box for the Panthers. 1-for-1 in the ball game. Swings at the first pitch and pops it up, and it's going to be out of play. Jonah Alexander trying to track that one down, not quite able to get to it as it goes into the net. You can. You can. The 0-1, high for a ball. So now the count 1-1 to Grady McQuillan. McQuillan drives this one out into right field. And that ball going to get down. And McQuillan going to find himself on second base on the two-bag air. Now a runner in scoring position for South Medford with one out. And Cooper Mitchell, 2 for 2 in the ball game, comes to the plate. Garcia checking on McQuillan over there. Here's the hit by Mitchell. Throw to first. He's going to be safe. The throw pulls the first baseman Alexander off the bag. They're going to say he did not make the tag. Cooper Mitchell safe on the throwing air. That's air number 12 on the day for South Eugene. Now runners in first and second, one out. And it'll bring to the plate for South Medford Easton Douglas, the leadoff hitter. Douglas is 2 for 2 as well in the ball game as he looks at the first pitch down for a ball. And that throw gets away over the top of the head of the pitcher. And the Panthers are going to have runners on first and third as another error there for South Eugene will let McQuillan head on over to third. So now a fly ball into the outfield has the potential to end this ball game with one out and runners on the corner for the Panthers. And a fly ball. It's going to be down off the glove of the left fielder Humphrey. Throw to the plate's not going to be in time, and that'll do it. The Panthers are going to take the game 10-0 in 5 innings over South Eugene, and the Panthers now improved to 6-5 on the season. They're 2-3 now in league play, and that'll do it for this one. Coming up, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show. Visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. Going to recap some scoring and go over some stats, all coming up on the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show, where we make sports fun again. Back right after this.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you,
former athletes,
parents,
and community members. What it takes is attention to detail,
a positive attitude, and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
Because the hard truth is,
no ref, no game. Play ball.
We welcome you back here on Table Rock Sports. South Medford takes it by a final score of 10-0. It's the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show here on Table Rock Sports. Going to recap some things here. The bottom of the lineup carries South Medford past South Eugene here this afternoon. The bottom of the lineup helps South Medford capture a 10-0 victory over South Eugene here in game number 1 of the doubleheader. Owen Levins, Grady McQuillan, and Cooper Mitchell combined for 4 of the team's 8 hits in the victory. They scored 6 runs and drove in 2. Cooper Mitchell collected 3 hits in 3 at-bats in the win. Cooper Mitchell singled in the 3rd inning, singled in the 2nd inning, and singled in the 5th inning. South Medford jumped out to the lead in the bottom of the 1st after an error scored 1 run, and Brad Love doubled, scoring 2 more to give the Panthers a 3-0 lead. South added to their early lead in the bottom of the 2nd inning after Easton Douglas singled down the left field line. The Axe committing the error. Roden lined out, each scoring 1 run. The Panthers put up another 3-spot in the 2nd. The Panthers added to their lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning when Cooper Mitchell singled, scoring 2 runs, and Andrew Roden induced Keegan Painter to hit into a fielder's choice, where 1 more run scored. The Panthers tacked on 3 more in the 3rd. They didn't score in the 4th, but they were able to put it away in the 5th. Tristan Malari earned the win for the South Medford Panthers. The left-handed pitcher allowed 3 hits, no runs over 5 innings, striking out 8 and walking 3. Andrew Rodman took the loss for South Eugene. The hurler went 3 innings, giving up 9 runs, 6 earned on 6 hits, striking out none and walking 2. The Axe committed 12 errors on the afternoon. Cooper Mitchell and Easton Douglas each collected 3 hits for South Medford. Keegan Painter stole 2 bases. The Panthers stole a total of 5 bases in the ball game and turned 1 double play defensively. Gino Humphrey, Jonah Alexander, and Liam Donlin each collected 1 hit for South Eugene. And the Axe defensively were able to only turn 1 double play in the ball game. And South Medford wins it by a final score of 10-0. Game 2 will be at 3 o'clock here at Harry and David Field. We will not have that coverage here on Table Rock Sports, but the Panthers are going to look to sweep South Eugene here, and if they can come away with the victory in Game 2, they will improve to 3-3. They'll be 500 in Southwest Conference play. And the Panthers come away with the victory. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank South Medford High School Athletic Director Patrick Grady for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Day on Table Rock Sports. Our next production will be Tuesday, I believe. baseball and softball for the Panthers. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, South Medford 10, South Eugene 0. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer was Joe Brett. With me on camera, as always, David Alvarez. I'm Joseph Brett saying thanks for watching and goodbye from Harry and David Field here in Medford, Oregon.